Welcome aboard. Thanks, Phil. Good morning.
There is a lot of Australia to see. And while I do love a road trip, the comfort, speed and ease of a private plane does appeal. We're up in the air with Outback by Air for a 3-day tour flying thousands of kilometres that would take weeks, even months by road. Phil, am I in first class?
Everyone's in first class, Lizzy.
Yes! Oh, can't wait!
Parking brake set, seatbelt, shoulder harnesses secure. Yep.
Founder of Outback by Air, Phil Hines, is our pilot, and his brother Andrew, our co-pilot. And on the passenger list...
look who I'm sitting next to. Glenn McGrath! Fancy sitting next to you.
Oh, there you go, Lizzy.
Cricketing great Glenn McGrath is on board. Not only as a passenger, he's a partner in the business.
What do you love about the Outback?
So I was born and bred sort of Narromine Dubbo area and always loved the country further west. I've been in the city now for nearly 30 years and never really felt like I belonged, and I need to go west, and the further west I go, the more I relax.
The first leg of our Outback adventure is Sydney to Broken Hill. The aircraft, a Cessna Caravan. It's a luxurious, quiet and spacious turboprop.
Well, it's a way to travel, isn't it?
It is the way, Glenn.
It's comfy, you get to see, you can have a chat.
And you've got so much leg room. Look, even with you.
Happy days.
You're tall. Happy days.
And wow, the view is breathtaking. We're in red dirt country, but recent rains have added stunning splashes of blue and green to the ochre desert palette. Menindee Lakes look magnificent.
Oh, so we're cruising at 4,500 feet. We'll be commencing our descent. Broken Hill shortly.
Broken Hill is based to some very special aircraft. The Royal Flying Doctor Service is based here.
So here at our base, we have 3 operational aircraft that are ready to fly every day, 24/7, 365 days of the year. Across Australia, we're covering 90% of Australia, providing healthcare to those people in need.
In town, stroll Argent Street with its glorious old pubs and historic buildings. Now we've got another flight to make.
And we're over the border, South Australia. Show us what you've got.
Lake Frome, a salt pan, 100 k's long and 40 k's wide, looks like a massive lemon meringue pie. Then the Flinders Ranges bursts up from the desert. More than 400 kilometres of ancient mountain, gorges and creeks. On the other side is the mysterious Maori Man. The outline of an Aboriginal holding a spear has been carved into the earth. At 3 kilometres long, it's the largest work of art in the world.
Very clever artist has done that.
Yeah.
And you've got some exciting tours coming up.
Yes, we've got about 15 tours lined up for next year, and they go everywhere from Birdsville, William Creek, Longreach. We've got a few that go up to the top end, up to Kakadu,
Wow.
Darwin, Kimberley's, down to Broome.
Below now is Kati Tanda, Lake Eyre, awash with water. The colours are insane. Then down to land in the tiny outpost of William Creek, one of the world's most remote pubs on the famous Oodnadatta track. Trevor Wright came here 30 years ago to see if he liked it, and I think he does.
We talk about the Australian Outback.
Yeah.
This is the Australian Outback. You've got the cattle station, the cattle. You've got this old tin shed pub in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's an iconic, real, down-to-earth place. What you see is what you get, and that's really important.
William Creek is actually in the middle of what? The biggest cattle station in
the
Australia?
world.
In the world?
In the world. It's roughly 6.5 million acres. It's about the size of Belgium in Europe. And
That is hard to even get your head around.
yes.
There's plenty of accommodation in air-conditioned dongas. And the bars are blast of colour, plastered with cards and caps, messages and money from around the world. But after a sky-high day, it's time to farewell the sun and put our wheels up for delicious pepper steaks, fish and chips and goat curry. And the only way to end an Outback tour is at an Outback pub, of course. Isn't that right, guys? Don't miss the second part of our tour next week when Outback by Air fly us to one of the most fascinating landscapes on the planet.
See the Australian Outback like you've never seen it before. For all the info on this incredible experience, visit outbackbyair.com.au.